Yeah, it's a good break. It's always a little bit of a, I guess, interesting time for your team and see what kind of shape they're in when they come back. You can tell the guys that did some things and some guys that sat and did nothing, which some of them needed it. They needed to get their bodies a nice break heading into this run that we're about to start with tomorrow with a very good, talented Iowa team with 18 straight league games. And the guys they've been good. I think they've been, as sharp as they can be coming off a layoff like we had. And, it's important that we come out and play a full 40 minutes of basketball. From everything that we've heard, it sounds like they're going to be full strength. And when I was full strength with Murray and McCaffrey back in the lineup, they're an incredibly dangerous team. And I think you've seen that with some of the wins that they've had over some very good opponents. So, important for us to, continue to go out there and do everything we can defensively to give ourselves a chance and hopefully execute on the offensive end. But, it's a very talented team. Chris Murray is, averaging 20 points, being out of the lineup the last four. He's just like his brother was a year ago. I mean, they've done a phenomenal job with their development, and it's a team that's got a lot of veteran leadership on it as well. So we're really going to have to be on point if we're going to have a chance.
Do you feel full strength yourself with your team? I know Blaze had the setback. How's he doing?
Yeah, Blaze will be. He's questionable for tomorrow. He's done a little bit, not a lot. So we'll get him through shoot around tomorrow, see how he reacts to that, and then make a final decision if he's going to get minutes tomorrow night. Hopefully he can go. If not, other guys are going to have to be ready to step up. Oleg, a lot of the things that he's done. He may have opportunities as we go along, whether, we're full strength or not, just because of the size and the physicality that we're going to see every night. So, again, hopefully Blaze will be out there tomorrow, but we'll make that final decision before the game.
With PBA being a sellout, how much does that benefit you with an important game?
Yeah, it's awesome that that our fans are coming out to support this team. I've talked a lot about this is a group that's going to be very easy to rally behind and get behind, and I think that has shown with the crowds that we've had, and excited to get back in there tomorrow and hopefully continue to play hard, dive on the floor, play with physicality. It's what this fan base wants, and our guys have done a good job buying into the identity. I think that we've really tried to instill in this team from day one, and it's going to be important tomorrow. It's going to have to be a 40-minute game. You can't play 38 minutes, have a 2-minute lull. Teams are too talented; they'll take advantage of you. So it's going to have to be a full 40-minute effort. But having our fans in there certainly will help.
An offense in KenPom, where specifically do they stress you?
Yeah, they stress you everywhere. They're so good in transition. That's where it starts. They get the ball up in a hurry, whether it's a make or a miss, and the initial flow and thrust that they have is as good as anybody in the country. And then they've got so many weapons. Everybody on the floor can shoot it. Rebrach is having a heck of a year at the post. You can see he's extended his range as well, stepping out and hitting some threes this year, but he's been so efficient on the block, and you see what he's done the last 4 games has been really impressive. But it's just a team that can hurt you from so many different ways. The other key is on the glass. They got a lot of length across the board. They start 6'9" in their front court, 3 of them. And, it's going to have to finish off possessions. Hopefully we start the possession well, but it's very important that we finish it off with a 2-hand physical rebound.
Casey's been playing good off the bench for you. How do you like his play, and also just your second unit in general?
Yeah, I think our second unit has given us a big lift, and Blaze has been really good for us. Derek obviously missed the first 5 games, and Blaze gave us some great minutes there. Wilhelm has given us good minutes at the 5 spot. Moved back to his natural position since Derek has been back in the lineup. Casey has given us great minutes off the bench. I really like what Jamarcus is showing as a young player. Denham has had his moments as well, and we're going to need his physicality as we move on into Big Ten play. And yeah, I like I like what the bench has given us, and it's important to have depth in with the grind that we're about to face. So I'm proud of the guys for continuing to go out there and battle, and hopefully we continue on with that.
I know you like how this team works, but is there a specific area where you think there's more out there for them that you didn't hit on in that first half of the season?
Well, I certainly think we can shoot the ball better. That's one area where, I think we're shooting about 30%, a little bit under on threes, and hopefully that number increases. The defenses we're going to face are only going to get better, but we're going to have to shoot the ball better if we're going to have any chance of winning consistently. And again, it's about making the right plays. I did like the pace. I liked our efficiency the last time we got out and played. We didn't shoot the three great, but I thought we got the ball in the right guy's hands and had a good offensive game. It's been a big point of emphasis the last 4 days is really getting after it and playing with great pace and purpose on the offensive end, and hopefully that carries over tomorrow.
Anything else for Coach?
All right, thank you, guys.
Yeah, it was obviously really nice. I said in the last interview before we went home that I think everyone kind of needed it, and it's that point in the season now where things are real. Conference is starting, and obviously we've already had 2 conference games and they didn't go like we wanted them to go. So it's go time now. It's good to kind of recharge the batteries, if you will. It was nice for me personally because I was already home, didn't have to waste any time on travel. But it was really good to get away for a few days, and then by Christmas Day we were all ready to get back in the gym and just be back together as one.
Same during your film review of Iowa, what's the biggest thing that stands out with the Hawkeyes?
Yeah, their front court obviously is, they start 3 guys that are pretty much 6'9" or taller. So their length and physicality, we know obviously there's a lot of, it's Nebraska versus Iowa. It's a rivalry game. So we'll be ready. We know it's going to be a war out there. But we're just really excited to finally get back out there in front of Husker Nation.
Feel good to start this second half of the season off with a home game and coming back off that break.
Yeah, it's nice. I've been thinking, I think it's been like 2 weeks since we traveled, which is new for me in my college basketball career. It feels like once things get going in the season, it's just every week you're going somewhere. So it's been nice to be home and obviously start off with our fans, and I heard it's a sellout tomorrow. So obviously super excited and just can't wait for tomorrow.
Obviously every game means something, but when it's Iowa, when it's a rivalry, is there a little bit more, talking going on with you and your teammates about what it would mean to maybe knock those guys off?
Yeah, I think it kind of goes without saying, especially for myself, but just kind of letting the guys know what it means to this community. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Creighton, just with the rivalry and the intensity of the matchup. So, in any sport, Nebraska versus Iowa is always a really good game, and, a lot of people pay attention to it. So we're ready to go for the war tomorrow.
How have you felt about your game personally so far this season? And is there anything, during the break you thought about, I want to step up here, or how would you evaluate your own play right now?
We're 7-6, so not good enough. I think of myself as a guy that just needs to do whatever he can to help his team win. But I kind of take it as a game-by-game process, and I'm really trying to just stay where my feet are at and not get behind myself or ahead of myself, and just focus on the moment, because this is a really special year for me and my family. And I know it's flying by, and I only have pretty much 3 months left, or give or take. But yeah, I'm just trying to take it game by game and improve. And the coaching staff has been really good with me, working with me in the gym or in the film sessions and stuff like that. So they've done a tremendous job helping me out and this team out.
I know you're looking ahead, but was that Purdue game and the environment offered you a taste of what it could be, in PBA, when you guys are playing well and hard and
Yeah.
those kind of games?
Yeah, it's a little different when you're on the floor and you experience something like that versus in the crowd, because I've been to some Nebraska games, and obviously, some of them have been great environments, but yeah, that was special, and it was I don't know. It was a really cool moment for me, and I'm hoping, obviously, Husker Nation shows out tomorrow and is even louder than the Purdue game, obviously, and we're just excited to kind of rally around that energy and that crowd when they're loud and helping us out, cheering us on. It just helps us so much. So.